And Sports Buffet is back. I don't know what number this is, Quiet. Do you have any idea?
It's the start of the second season.
The second season? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we had a nice little hiatus.
Yeah.
We've been on a little bit of a break. I've just been being a fucking dad, and it's not a lot of sports going on, but there's
Sure.
always stuff to talk about. So I appreciate everybody bearing with us. I know Eldon has been going through withdrawals right now, just getting the shakes because he's been missing out on Sports Buffet. So
I actually thought of him.
I think he tweeted at me and was just like, "Yo, when's it coming back?" And I was like, "Damn, you're right, man. My bad." So
Yeah.
that being said, I'm wearing a neutral hat. It's got no teams on it because I'm participating in the no sports going on right now. But we were figuring out before we got on the air, you were working with your little Rover microphone there. It looks like one of those things that they throw on Mars to walk around and
Dude, I look like I'm ready to do a press conference.
press conference, or like a 1980s game show or something like that with the mic. Are you gonna hold it the whole time?
Yeah, I think so. Because, I mean, the 5 people that have watched this consistently, first of all, shout out to them.
Yeah.
Second of all, they know that, I have like 3 or 4 different spots that I've done this from.
Yeah, I said this one's a little sketch. It makes it look like you're really in quarantine.
Yeah. That's why I picked them. I'm on the floor. I've been on the floor a lot lately. I don't know why. I think it's just like a different view. Instead of looking down at shit, I'm now looking up at the TV and I don't know. I don't even know what's going on.
No, I don't think anyone knows what's going on in these crazy times right now. But have you moved today from any have you been on the floor the whole day? What's your quarantine life look like right now?
My quarantine life, I don't hate it at all. I really don't. I'm going a little crazy over these last couple hours, but earlier today, I'll go outside. I have the park nearby that I walk to the park. I go get a coffee.
Oh,
I come back.
You're still doing your shit.
Yeah, but it's all within a 0.3 mile radius of
Okay.
each other. You know what I'm saying? I got groceries today. I woke up and I was like, I'm going to go get a coffee right away and go to my grocery store, right? And I'm like, I'm ahead of the game, man. I'm fucking moving at 8:45 in the morning. I'm up and at 'em.
What'd this scene look like? Were there people out?
Dude, I turned the corner of the grocery store 8:45 in the morning.
Oh, line
A
up.
line the whole block.
That's crazy.
I thought I was just gonna swoop in real quick, let me get some eggs, some chicken, and be out. And I was just like, oh, okay. This is what we're doing now. It was cold as hell out too. And I'm just at the back of this line.
So you waited
all right.
in the line?
Yeah, I needed stuff, and I saw how competitive it was getting, so it's I just decided to get it done with. It's more so, I guess, the 50 customers per store rule. That's what it is.
Wait. So what's the rule? The store can only have 50 people in there?
50 people in the store.
So that's why the line is started?
Yeah, they got a person at the entrance, they got a dude at the exit, and I guess they're radioing hey, we got one out.
Wow, they're making that shit like it's like the most poppin' nightclub right now, a grocery store.
I thought I was waiting in line at the club. I thought my days of doing that were over, and I also thought
Imagine people
shout out
starting getting dressed up, throwing on nice outfits to wait online for the grocery store.
Dude, so yeah, I was gonna say a joke like that at 9 in the morning. I was like, all right, let's have some fun with this. And the lady did not look happy at all that she was standing there. And I just gave her a nod before I was gonna say the joke. She didn't nod back, so I didn't say the joke. I was like, yo, what's the cover charge for the club tonight?
That would have been a good one.
Yeah. She just wasn't about it. So I was like, all right.
Well, yeah, no one's fucking with anybody right now. I went out for a walk with my daughter. I was pushing around her little car thing, and there was and it was in my neighborhood, so there's nobody out. But there was one person, and then they came up and they walked mad far out of their way around me, and I was like, "You don't have to do that."
Someone did that to me yesterday, man.
it's just I should almost we should have a sign that just says I'm cool with it. You could walk past me. You don't have to 6 feet me on the sidewalk. You know?
Yo, if you're that worried about it, don't leave your house.
Don't leave, right?
Don't. Is she she stepped off to the side. I thought she was I don't know. I thought she was chilling, waiting for someone to pick her up or something. She just continued moving and like side moved around me. I'm like, I should have coughed or something,
Were
but
there
I don't,
where were they trying to distance people in line, or people were standing like close together?
That was weird too. So a lot of people were pretty close together
Uh huh.
because no one wants to lose their spot. Like there were a few people that you could tell were keeping the 6 feet,
Yeah.
but push comes to shove. When it's like 35 degrees out with wind like this morning, people are just trying to get in the store.
Yeah.
So they're going to get close, make sure that they get in and out of this store and don't get skipped. So it didn't really, I
And
don't
they're
know,
New
it didn't really
Yorkers
apply
too,
to
so they
that.
usually don't have the like spatial, like awareness. So they're cool
No.
with like being close to each other.
That's why, like, yeah, I mean, for the most part, this whole quarantine, people are not near me at all. Even on the subway, people like give me 2, 3 seats between us. I kind of don't hate it.
Yeah.
I got a roof above me, so I go on the rooftop and I'll just like jump rope or do something. Like it could be worse for me. It could be worse.
Yeah, it sounds like you're taking quarantine life pretty good. I mean, I'm not as bad as like Kyle is always texting me because sports are not on. How are you taking no sports right now? Are you are you one of those like heavy I need sports, or like you could live with some old shit?
I really miss baseball, and I'm gonna miss baseball as it gets closer to opening day, and it's gonna get weirder and weirder as it gets warmer out.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I'm feeling it a little bit today. I got the 2017 World Baseball Classic game on right now. I'm just
Baseball
watching.
Classic.
Yeah. I don't know if that. Yeah, maybe I'm feeling it then.
So
but I'm going a little stir crazy over the last like 4 or 5 hours. My last song that I played on Alexa was like some doo-wop song. I don't know
take me out
why.
to the ball game.
It was like a 1920s doo-wop.
Why?
I don't know. Like I Googled it and I was like, I just want to hear what this is about.
I haven't had time to listen to any of like The Weeknd, or I know a couple people have dropped new albums. I haven't had time to listen to any of that shit just because like I usually listen to that stuff when I'm taking the train into work, or like when I'm taking the train home when I have some like downtime. But now downtime is just like 24/7, so it's like I don't want to like sit in my house and listen to an album because it's not like what I normally do.
Yeah, it's not 2002.
Yeah. It's
Everyone used to do that, but it's
on
not
a computer or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't. So let me ask, what's like the craziest sport thing that you've watched now that there is no regular scheduled programming?
Let's see. I got the World Baseball Classic
That's
on
pretty
right
weird.
now. Yeah, I'm on game 2 also.
Who's playing?
It's Team USA's run. So
okay.
they played, what was it? I think it was like, I don't want to confuse the two. I think it was like Japan or something.
Did we win a World Baseball Classic?
I think we won this one. That's what's good about it is I don't remember, so I don't have to look it up.
Who are some of the guys on the roster?
2017. So this is Stroman was pitching. Ian Kinsler just hit a home run. He's up now again.
I think we did. I think we beat like Dominican Republic, right, or something.
I think we did. We're whooping Puerto Rico right now, 7-0.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
what was is that still going on, the World Baseball Classic?
It's every 2 years. So we had one in 2019. We're supposed to have one in 2021.
Oh, I don't know if that one's ever.
He just hit another. Oh no, it's a fly ball. See, that's the good thing about this.
You could tweet him right now and be like, "Yo," or like Kinsler, probably not doing anything right now.
Yeah, no one's doing anything. So I'm doing that all day today.
What, World Baseball Classic?
No. I actually all day today. I got on this like free streaming site or whatever, and I just watched old ass UFC fights.
Oh, yeah.
It was pretty cool actually. Like it was just like I was
old like
yeah.
How old? Like is Chuck Liddell like the first one?
Yeah, so like Chuck Liddell,
Ortiz, something Ortiz.
Yeah, Tito Ortiz, like that era. So it's so crazy. Like
it's crazy that Tito Ortiz
was
dating or still might be dating like Jenna Jameson.
Yeah, he was. They were married. They got divorced. They have a kid together though.
Didn't she die?
No, that was probably just a rumor.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
don't think so.
it's wild that like he was probably dating her when she was in like the prime of her like porn career, and now she's just probably like an old ass lady.
Yeah, yeah, it's very strange. I mean,
He could probably still
it's a
kick a
tough
lot of
thing to
people's
do,
ass.
man. That's a tough thing to do.
What, to date Tito Ortiz or date a porn star like Jenna Jameson?
Probably both, but I would lean towards Jenna Jameson. Like that's a tough. I battle that question a lot, and I don't know if I have it in me to do
What, you
that.
think about that all the time if you would date Tito Ortiz or rather date Jenna Jameson?
More so like a Jenna Jameson, more so like a porn star.
Yeah, that would be
I
a
think
tough
about
one.
it a lot.
I saw a
Tough.
picture of Lisa Ann at her daughter's like orientation at West Virginia or something like that, and someone like took a picture of her, and she was like with her. I think she's married with her husband or something, and it's just like, yeah, I don't know. Either that guy is like the most confident guy in the world and like just
Right.
fine with her career and her choices, and I got no problems with her career or whatever, or he's like, I don't know. I mean, I guess you do have to be super confident to be with someone like Lisa Ann, right?
I don't think there's any other like
You can't be
end
like
of the spectrum,
you
you
can't be
know?
soft.
No, you can't like be I don't know, you can't like have these worries or not have self-confidence. If you have self-doubt even a little bit, you're fucked.
Or maybe they do, and that's why they like continue that career of like doing every single guy
Maybe.
out there.
I mean, she's Lisa Ann actually does fantasy sports stuff.
She does sports things. Yeah, Kyle.
Yeah, serious.
She started following Kyle on Twitter, and he sent me a picture of it, and I was like, "That's amazing." And then I like looked at her shit, and I saw she did something with Barstool a while ago, but then I saw like I was looking at her page more, and she does like sports, and I was like, "Nah, like." We didn't. It's not like some Chappelle draft. Like we didn't accept you into the sports
Yeah.
world. Like, be a porn commentator or something. Like you can't just come over to sports and start commentating on that shit. I don't know. I wasn't
I
really down for that cause.
I agree a little bit because it's just so strange. It's almost like this is my way out, so let me just talk about this. I
Yeah.
feel like I heard her speak about it though, and she's not terrible.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. She like kind of knows what's going on. She like talks like serious like key statistics and stuff, and
Seriously?
like it doesn't seem like she's getting fed lines or anything. So maybe she just was a huge fantasy football
So
fan back in the
that's her
day.
niche. She does fantasy football.
I think so, yeah.
That would just be so weird for me to hear her like talk. I mean, I don't know anything about fantasy football, but if she was naming like a third string running back on like the Bills and was like saying like pick this guy up because he's gonna have a great week, I don't know if I would trust that information because like in the back of my mind would be like she probably slept with that dude.
Listening to her starter sits every Sunday morning.
Yeah, like I just I mean maybe she's got a lot of time on her hands now and she's really like reading through the depth charts and like doing research and has insider she might have some insider information from guys because she uses some things to her advantage that like, you know, Ian Rappaport or somebody doesn't.
Well, I mean, first of all, even if like you don't know either person well, but if Ian Rappaport and you're an NFL player and
Mhm.
Ian Rappaport texts you and asks the scoop on where you're going, or Lisa Ann does, I think I'll answer Lisa Ann first.
That's a good ass point, man.
I would like not even like just like, hey, maybe I would sleep with her. I think I would just answer her first to be like, yo, go get this dork. Go,
Yeah.
you go get her.
And you'd
Get
wanna-
him, Lisa Ann.
And you'd want to like prop up whatever you're telling her too. Like she's like, you know, even if she sent you some regular shit like, Matt, you feeling good today? You think you're going to rush for 100? And you're like 250. You know, like you want to impress her a little bit more than some nerdy fantasy fucking guy texting you asking you information.
Yeah, and you could even say like if Lisa Ann puts that out there and it blows up, you'd be like, I never told her that.
Yeah.
But like if you say that, if you say like, no, I'm rushing for 250 today to Ian Rappaport, you can't walk that back. Like he's got too much intel.
I think we just broke it down. If you're looking for fantasy sports breakdown information and I would go to Lisa Ann first now.
Go see her. Yeah. Just did a 180.
Shout out to her. I wanted to ask you something I saw this morning. We won't get too graphic into what happened, but
Oh, yeah.
Jamal Murray, point guard for the Nuggets, he actually was, doing great before the whole lockout. He had an amazing dunk on somebody that I was blown away. It was an amazing dunk. Got his phone hacked. I didn't see like the crazy stuff he was tweeting. I heard he was just like tweeting random put out random pictures and just stuff that he wouldn't normally do. And then there was a video of his girlfriend doing something. There's a lot of downtown people have. I believe he got hacked. We've seen in the past, Draymond has sent some pictures and used the hack card, trying to say that he was hacked. I don't think he was hacked. What were your thoughts on that? And then I wanted to ask you, if someone were to hack your phone right now, what information get out there that you didn't want seen? Even if it was just random pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I screenshot weird ass shit in general.
Same.
Like even when it pops up on my iPad and it's my iPad,
yeah,
I don't love that it's connected to my phone because it's like, why did I search that? And then why did I take a screenshot of that 3.5 weeks ago?
Yep.
So even weird stuff like that, I just have to explain myself over and over again.
I think that's what a lot of people don't understand is like anybody who's on Twitter. I mean, and Twitter's not the place to like say, like whatever. Everyone on Twitter, if their phone got hacked, there'd be a meme in there, or be there like I have text threads with friends with no context. You'd be like, what the fuck is that?
Right.
You make references to shit that's just like corned beef, like just weird shit that people would be like, that's the weirdest thing ever, or what is he talking about, or that I think all of us, if our phones got hacked, would there be some crazy memes on there or like weird stuff. But it sucks for him. But I think he handled it pretty well. I think he deleted his Instagram and then like put out a tweet like apologizing to the fans or something.
Yo, the Twitter replies on that stuff was amazing, man. The Twitter replies had me dying. Like,
yeah.
The videos, the memes, everything, like,
and everybody's so quick to it, man. It's
everyone's so good at it now. That's why I love Twitter so much. I don't need to say anything on there ever, but I just like read it like a trashy newspaper, and I love it. I love it.
You can just keep like, I know certain tweets, like if Ivanka Trump put up a tweet of like her and her kids sitting in their probably multi-million-dollar loft, and it was like this homemade fort made out of like pillows and all this stuff, and it was like the caption she put was like, tell me how you're handling this quarantine or something. And I knew right away when I clicked on the replies, the first one was gonna like crack me up. It like, because someone who people don't like as much as her or Donald Trump or like all these people that aren't liked, the replies are always going to be super negative. So I always get excited when I see like someone that's like hated by everybody. Like when Trump puts a photo of something he thinks is funny, that sometimes it is pretty funny. I know the first reply is always going to be some shit that cracks me up.
Oh yeah. I automatically scroll to the replies.
Yeah.
It's Twitter's so good. It's one of the all-time great inventions. It really is. Now, my question for these guys say they've been hacked or whatever, and I'm sure he didn't post that because, like, why would you?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would you?
But you never know. Like, he could have been drunk or, like, wanted to show off.
I've accidentally clicked on stuff before that I'm like, oh, that would not be good if I put it, or that would just make no sense if I put it in a story. I can see it happening.
Mm-hmm.
I believe him when he says it was someone else, but it's like, to these hackers, why would you? If you're a professional hacker, you're not picking Jamal Murray. He's good, sure, but you're like, go for the best.
Yeah, Bron or KD.
Yeah.
Like,
everyone's got weird stuff on their phone.
There's bigger fish to fry, and like, how are you hacking Jamal Murray's phone knowing that he's got that shit on there?
So it was someone close to him. It was
is that what he said, or was
no? But it had to have been, right? Had to have been. Like, it had to have been someone like maybe an ex or someone that's like, or someone salty at him that
Oh,
knows his stuff.
you're right. Maybe it's an ex-girlfriend that knows his password or something. But like, who knows people's passwords to like their Instagram accounts? Like, I mean, I guess I know my wife knows my passwords. I feel like, but that's my wife, and we've been dating for like 10 years.
I honestly, if I got kicked off of Instagram, I don't know if I could log back on. I don't know my password.
I'm the same as you. Oh, you're so right.
I can't, dude. I just had to reset my Skype password.
Yeah,
I couldn't get on because it had been a while, and it just slipped my mind, and I never write stuff down.
Yeah,
and it just kept asking me over and over again, and I was like, before I get locked out, let me just reset this.
Skype is a weird one too, because I don't know if you had this problem, but when I was trying to reset my password, there was no like reset option. It was just like because it's like mine is, I guess, connected to like some Microsoft something or other.
Outlook, or something like that. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, it was like some email domain that I'd never logged in. It was like my name at AI.com. Like, it was some weird shit, and I was like, that's not even a real website.
Yeah, and it never even said reset the password.
Yeah.
It was like I clicked the forgot password and it just said sign in again, and I typed in a new password.
Oh, and then it worked?
And then it I don't even know what it did. It reloaded, and then I did it again, and it let me in.
Oh. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm to your like I'm a little skeptical of like who's hacking Jamal Murray, and who knows that stuff is on his phone. Is it some Kardashian shit? Is the girl trying to get like famous off that video? Because she probably got, searched mad times. I know I looked up her Instagram account to see if she was on there. But like,
I did too.
Like, you never know nowadays. Like, legit, Kim Kardashian set the table for like, she made her shit into a multi-billion-dollar career from that.
You never know. She did say, she wrote on Twitter, she had one tweet. I guess she deleted everything except for one tweet and was like, please delete the video if you have it.
She did?
Bro, the replies in that were hilarious.
Seriously?
It was just like a bunch of people just posted different laughing memes. No. Or just like people shaking their heads and stuff. It's like not happening.
People were sad.
I feel for the girl.
I know.
If she, really wanted that deleted, somewhere. And she's got these internet trolls that are just ruthless. They don't care, man.
No, like
the internet does not care. Stays undefeated.
There was like Jay-Z, I think, at like the Lakers game, like Kobe's last game, and they're like whatever her name is when she walks into the Denver arena next time, and the whole arena's like. Yeah. What else? There was Jamal Murray put one that was like, I apologize to the fans, it shouldn't have happened, and it was like The Rock, and it was like shut your mouth.
Yeah. It was like shut up, bitch.
Yeah. It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. And like there was mad videos of people like need to see the video, and then someone would be like, got you, bro, and they would like put the video right under their comment.
Oh. Yeah, no, they're ruthless. They right away someone was just like, delete this off of Twitter. Yeah. You're on Pornhub now, girl.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, like if she doesn't want that, that's horrible. I was like, I don't, her parents, that's awful.
They do.
Everything.
I will say, I don't know if it's Twitter or like if people were listening, but they do a pretty good job of like getting rid of videos. Like it was harder to find.
I had to search for it. The hub remains undefeated.
Oh yeah,
the hub.
Is it up there already?
It's you know what it is? It's weird. It's like I don't know if it's like copyright issues or whatever, but it's like a video of the video on a phone.
Oh, got it. Okay. Yeah.
So they're like playing that game. I think right now it's just getting deleted over and over.
Yeah.
And people are just keep posting it up.
Savages out there, man. Well, either way, it's unfortunate. It sort of sucks for, I mean, he'll be fine. She'll be fine. But, like, it's just probably a super embarrassing moment for all of them.
Yeah.
But, yeah, to your point, to my point, I've got memes on my phone that are just dumb as shit. Everyone sends everyone stupid memes that if all of our phones got hacked, we'd be embarrassed. So, like, just have some sympathy for them. I wanted to ask you, because it is Corona season, do you find it a coincidence that no hockey players have come out and have any Corona cases right now?
All right, so that was my theory. I think
you said that. Sorry, yeah, you told me that. I think.
Yeah, that was my theory. 2 Senators players now have it. Maybe you'll see it a little more. I don't know. NBA players might smoke a little more weed. Maybe that immune system is a little broke down. I think hockey players more like just like pop pills and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
they are tougher guys. Maybe they're just not even getting tested and shit like that, or they're just not reporting it or something like that, or like we don't really care.
Even the cold rink or something. I don't know.
Oh, that could play a part. Maybe it kills the virus. What are your thoughts on coronavirus in general? Because all these athletes, all these celebrities come out and they have it, but none of them are showing symptoms. Like I've never you don't see a video of KD with the shivers and the chills, like, oh God, I'm dying from coronavirus or something like that.
I know. At this point, I don't think we need to hear any more celebrities that have it, even though we will. Mm-hmm. It'll continue to happen. But the way they do it, they always do breaking news. Like they got some deadly, like they're done. They have 2 more days to live, and that's it. Like Kevin Durant will be fine. Like
exactly.
And Donovan Mitchell is fine.
I know, and it's weird to see because, so even when it's done, and like the NBA is all clear, and they say teams could play, like, is anybody gonna touch Donovan Mitchell even when they say like we're all good, like that he doesn't, like he'll get tested again and he'll be like, I'm positive, I don't have it. I mean, like, is someone? It's on some Magic Johnson, like, not comparing it the same thing, but they're both deadly diseases. But when he had like HIV, and he came back and played, and people were afraid to sweat with him and stuff like that. I think like in a documentary, like Karl Malone was the first to like sweat on him or some shit like that.
It's like he picked them. He's like, yeah, I want to sweat on you.
That's like an R. Kelly song. No, but like, do you think? I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, like, when I'm playing ball against someone, there's always some sweaty ass dude that you have to D up, and like I'll say it, I go a little lighter on him because I'm not trying to really get all up in some dude who's like sweaty and fucking disgusting. Like, so he might get an easy bucket if he grabs an offensive rebound.
Yeah, I hate guarding the sweaty guy. I always try to avoid that. Like, I've been pretty good at that in my life, too. Just, like, I picked my guy right away. You could always tell the sweaty guy from a mile away. Even if it's, like, before the start of the game. Someone fat and hairy, it's like, dude, no. Like, I know you're going to be pouring buckets.
You're going to get a switch or some shit, though. Like, you're a big man. So, like, although you might not play like a big man, if you're on my team – and they got a bigger guy who's like the fat, sweaty dude, I'm like, yo, quiet. You got that, dude.
Yeah, I know. You know what I do is, like, I got long arms too, so I'll just almost like forearm him. Like, yo, I'll give him like the Corona 6 feet distance.
I think people know that though. Like the fat, sweaty, hairy dude, he uses that to his advantage playing ball. Like they're always trying to back you down or like really get up in you and like play defense all up on
gross. You. Yeah.
So if I'm Donovan Mitchell and I'm coming up the court, I might cough before my three-pointer just to back you up a little bit so I get a little extra space.
I mean, if we're talking that happens in June and they're letting them shoot, I mean, these guys are not – come on. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's and honestly, if we're playing 5-on-5 and there's one guy against that we're playing against that has Corona but isn't showing crazy symptoms, and then another dude is just sweating profusely, I'm gonna guard the Corona guy. I swear to God, too. I don't need him to cough a lung on me. Like I don't need it like an emphysema cough. And then I'll pick the sweating buckets. But if he's not coughing and he's like, yo, I got Corona, just a heads up, man. I was like, all right, that's cool. I'm not guarding the sweaty guy.
Yeah, the sweaty guys are. I don't know, man. That's a tough one because I've been switched and I've had to guard the sweaty guy, a good amount of time, and like, and sometimes I'll like I said, I'll back off them and let them get their bucket. But other time, like you're in a competitive game, and sometimes it's the D1 dude who's super fucking sweaty and like athletic as shit, and he just wears like that tank top that like cuts off just right to like their nipple, the weird shits, you know those?
Yeah, I don't fuck with that, dude.
And so there's the sweaty, fat, hairy dude, but then there's the sweaty, OD athletic dude. So like there's like
Wearing no clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what yeah, wearing no shirt, and those
see,
dudes
that
got,
ruins my whole strategy. I was just gonna give you the strategy. The guy's wearing a shirt. A lot of the sweaty dudes that I've played against, like wear that, like, it's like a cut off T-shirt or whatever.
Yeah.
You just dig the elbow in the middle of the shirt,
but but that's where the sweat builds up in the back, in the middle of the back.
it's drenched there. But if you get a biceps like swipe or like under the pits or any kind of skin, bro, it's gross. You have someone's sweat on you and it's still active.
And they usually smell like a motherfucker too.
Yeah, if it's dead sweat and it's just drenched in that shirt, I'm good. I can handle that. I'll put the elbow in the back, right in the middle. But if he slips or something and I get skin on skin sweat, I freak out. I'll give you the bucket.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, shirts and skins is not a good thing anymore. Like,
No,
just
no,
because
I
you're
don't-
super athletic doesn't mean you could just take your shirt off and be sweaty as fuck playing ball. Like, there's got to be some etiquette.
And with that being said, I'll always pick being a skin for that reason.
Oh, so you can get easy buckets?
Well, yeah, I could sweat on them and they can't sweat on me.
Well,
I don't
'cause
care about sweating on someone else, but I don't want to get
so.
sweat on.
I guess so. Yeah. I don't know. I just think it's going to be weird times even when the NBA comes back. They should do something where, I mean, I think it's going to be no fans to start maybe for playoffs. Some shit like that, like similar to what I'm watching wrestling right now. And I think they're doing for WrestleMania. I think they're renting out like a big, venue or something. And they're going to make sure all the wrestlers don't have coronavirus. And they're going to still do their wrestling in an empty arena, but like broadcast it for everybody so you could still watch it,
Oh, it's on ESPN, isn't it?
Yeah, well, they got wrestling on right now, but there's fans in the thing, so this is probably super old. This is WrestleMania 30.
Oh, that's cool. All right, okay. I thought they were having the new WrestleMania that was going to be free on ESPN, but that's going to be pay-per-view.
Oh, is it pay-per-view?
It's always like $80, man. So what I wanted them to do is
But during Corona season?
that's what I'm saying. Put it on the ESPN platform. Maybe they're kind of teasing it a little bit with this, seeing if it works and like.
When did the ESPN WWE crossover happen? Is that new?
I don't remember ever ESPN.
It used to be on.
Playing this.
Yeah, it used to be.
This is awesome. I didn't know this was on. I'll watch this now.
Yeah, I met the Big Show.
Really?
Yeah, he came into the ice cream store I worked at, and he was telling me that he has he has problems like dating women and shit like that. I think he was explaining to me just because he's like fucking 9 feet tall and looks
How
like
deep
fucking...
did you guys get?
No, I think he was like mad. He was mad open and like he was just talking about that shit, and he was like, I don't know how it started or something, but he was just like, yeah, it's rough for me to date girls. So he's like, look at me. I'm like, and I sort of felt bad for him. I think he was like almost like opening up to me for some reason.
That's crazy that he said that to you. Yeah, like just over like a cup of pistachio ice cream or something. But, dude, I could see that. He's huge, man. Like, who could he date?
That's and it's got to be just super awkward. Like if he's dating any sized girl, even if he found like a WNBA player who was taller, he still towers over them. And not even that he towers over them, he's just a girth of a human being. So like him sitting down at a table would just look abnormal. Like,
yeah, it's a little different than Shaq though, right? Because they're similar, but he just looks like so much more massive in terms of like body width. I feel like Shaq has it works out a little bit better for Shaq.
Yeah, and I think Shaq. Yeah, I don't know why it's different with the Big Show. He was also a little bit awkward. Like I think he was like a little bit socially awkward.
Right. Well, that
And
doesn't
Shaq
help
is like
either.
super outgoing. He could dance, like he's funny. But from what I remember, and I could be just making all this shit up, and I like dreamed about it afterwards, but I'm pretty sure that he was telling me that he had trouble finding women because he's so tall and just weird.
That's kind of sad, man. I mean, this ice cream place, is crazy.
I mean, the craziest shit went down there. You
What's
found
his
out
name?
stuff like
Yeah,
that.
Pete Rose telling you to go away.
Yeah. I
Can't
don't
you
know.
see we're talking?
I think the Big Show's probably done all right for himself. If I were to had to guess,
I
on the
think he's
road or
fine.
something,
Yeah. I think also there's
or
girls that
into that
see
shit,
that
right?
as like as an amusement park, you know,
But
like,
like,
oh, let's try that. Let's try this thing this one time.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sure there's some women that are probably just would be curious to see what the fuck it's like to bang a 9,000 foot guy like the Big Show. But that being said, yeah, I don't know when the WWE and ESPN did a crossover because it looks like they've got a lot of wrestling shit on now, and they got NXT. Is that the same? Is that the
That's
same thing
like
as WWF?
that's like the minor leagues for WWE. It's actually pretty popular.
So what did it say? So it said WWE is streaming.
Oh, the NXT. All right. So
Oh, NXT is a belt or something, right?
the minor leagues of WWE essentially. So I guess they'll be on ESPN right before WrestleMania. But WrestleMania, this is their chance now, man. Everyone will watch that if that is the only sporting event.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's sort of genius. And this is what I was going to ask you. I was sort of mad at Dana White a little bit because he was on ESPN and they were still really trying to do some. I think there was a main card in Brazil or something.
Yeah.
A couple weeks back that was supposed to happen, and he was like, "We're still doing it. We're still doing it. We're trying to find a new venue," while everything else was shut down. And I was like, "Fuck this guy." But then low key, I was like, if they pulled that off and nothing happened with any of the fighters, they're gonna get all the coverage in the world. So
Yeah.
it's sort of genius.
UFC also, you got to think too that it doesn't take many people to get that going.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You have the two fighters, you have a few coaches,
Ref.
you have the referee, you have a few judges. At that point, it was 50 or under in a venue. I'm sure they were under 50 people in the venue.
Yeah.
So it was quiet. It was weird, but
Oh, they had one event, yeah, and then I think he was talking about doing another event or something like that. Which, as the owner, you're sort of like fuck that guy. But then I also, like I said, thought on the other side where I was like, ESP, like everyone's going to be covering that event because it's live stream, and that's what like bowling was on for a hot second, and I was watching that. There's been like that marble race that's on Twitter that everybody's watching. Did you seen that one?
no.
They like let a whole bunch of marbles down like some stream. And like some guys commentating over it.
Sounds exhilarating.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, it was viral because it was some real time like shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's interesting because whatever comes back first is going to get all the attention. And yeah, so I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be something. Well, wrestling, yeah, is going to be the litmus test.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the XFL held out for a long, long time too because I think Vince wanted that spotlight, and it was just like, nah, man. You got players that have it. Like, come on, you can't. It's a football team. You got, you got at least 200 people probably in that venue. So that would have been. I mean, dude, that would have been the time. People would have watched it.
I know. I mean, but there's got to be something like Adam Silver's got to be talking to players or something, and. Pay LeBron some extra money to do a live stream, of him playing at his crib or something like that,
Well, what would be cool is if they had if you got 20 of the best athletes that didn't care about it and was like, if I get it, I get it. It's all good. And you put them on an island and then you just have them play every single sport, like one sport a day. And you just have all right, they're playing football Sunday, playing basketball Monday, play baseball on Tuesday.
Well, I'm a little mad at esports right now. Should be blowing the fuck up. You know, like why aren't why like the 2K League? I don't know if they're on hiatus or like what's happening with them, but like why aren't they streaming that on TV right now and just have everybody remotely from their cribs?
Would you really watch that?
I
though?
think I would, to be honest with you. Like I'm not even kidding. If they had like the E Knicks versus the E Magic, and you actually saw people. Like you saw the game in the middle and just on the sides they were playing, I think I would watch that just because it's some live shit.
At this point, if they could do something like that and you can bet on it, that'd be pretty interesting.
Like it's crazy to think that like I don't even know if like casinos are open in Vegas right now, but like they're not. But like there's nothing on betting boards right now. Like there's so much money that's just not.
Yeah.
Like nothing is live right now. Like where are all the horses at and horse stables in Florida?
Okay, so they had the Louisiana Derby yesterday.
Really?
And they did it.
Is that horses?
And I guess like it's not televised or anything. You probably get a stream on it, but I think people were betting it. People are desperate, man. People are desperate.
And that's what I'm saying is like people would bet on e-gaming, and that's why I don't know why there's like if I'm the NFL, I would start a Madden league right now and broadcast that shit on there's a kid on my Facebook who gets on there. I think I don't know, every time I'm on Facebook he's like playing against someone, but he's got like a green screen. The shit looks dope and the field's like behind him and he's in the corner and it'll say like, Derek versus somebody and you see them playing and like you could talk shit in the comment section and I'm like I know the kid. We played basketball in the past, but I'm like, this is dope. I actually enjoy watching this.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take anything at this point. I was thinking, like, if someone could just live stream them doing some kind of, like, dude perfect shot, and then you had to guess the amount of times that it took for them to land this impossible trick shot, I might throw down on that. I might watch that,
Speaking of that, have there been any viral videos or any cool trick shots that you've seen that have stuck out to you?
I saw the one thing with the kids, I think, was they had the ping pong ball that was bouncing throughout their house and stuff, and somehow the cat ended up at the end and just like kicked it down the stairs. That was decent. That was in the beginning of it. What I saw today, I think it was, someone had a golf I don't even know, chipper?
Yeah, maybe. Sure.
Like one of those things.
I don't play
one of those golf wedge chippy things. Chip the CD-ROM into the computer.
I have a hard time believing that these things are fucking real, but like
it has to be.
It has to be, right?
I mean, I don't care if it took that guy like 1,000 times. That's impressive.
It's amazing, right?
That's impressive.
Yeah.
He chipped like something that wasn't supposed to be. That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah. Some of the stuff that people are doing it's fucking incredible. There's one guy. There's the guy. I think his name's like Lethal Shooter on Instagram or something like that. He's like walking all the way back on a Papa shot, and like just draining shots, and then he put a mini hoop in between the Papa shot, which was like a tiny little ball. Went all the way back in his driveway and was like cashing them.
See, why don't you do that?
I can't do that shit. I'm not even good. I'm not good with fucking Papa shot, but like that guy is like, he's a shooting like wizard.
Now's your chance to be good though.
I know. I actually have a hoop in my garage not set up. And if I set it up, I can try and figure some shit out.
Yeah, cater something to your skills and talents and then just try it over and over again. And then the one time out of 700 times you get it, like, it's like, oh, man, look at that.
But I saw one. There was a girl that was trying to Frisbee her game into the Xbox or whatever. And it took her 2 tries. That, to me, was impressive.
I wouldn't think that would be possible.
I didn't think so, but like, I don't get how it's possible. Like, I have a hard time putting the disc.
I don't want to try my roommate's video games right now.
You should. I don't know how someone can do that.
It's strange, yeah. It's got to like catch just.
There's been some good ones. I mean, people have so much time on their hands that they can just start doing. The one with the cat was crazy because it's like if you don't get that. you have to like all these like the ones that like were like a fucking million dominoes fall over.
Yeah, yeah.
If one domino doesn't fall over, or like you get past the domino stage and then you get to the kitchen and the ball's got to roll down the stairs and it doesn't, you got to pick up every single domino and do that again.
No, I know. Shit, I should have got dominoes. That's what I should have done. That's something that you could just like create stuff with. Everything's closed now. That last day when they had like non-essential stores open, I went to Barnes and Noble. I was like, let me get creative.
I remember when you were there.
Yeah, I just stared. I didn't know what to buy, man. They had like no puzzles. Legos are too expensive now. That's insane, dude.
Legos are crazy.
I'm not buying a truck for $60. No, thanks, man. I'm gonna build it, look at it, and be like, I'm a dumbass.
Yeah.
Like, why did I spend that money?
They probably fucking are missing pieces or some shit like that. Everyone's into puzzles now. I still am not gonna do a fucking 1,000-piece puzzle. Like, no, thank you.
Yo, yeah, I got a little.
Are you gonna try and sell me on puzzles?
So I went to get a puzzle at Barnes and
For real?
Noble. They didn't have many options, and they had like some landmark in Italy that was 1,000 pieces.
Shit probably got coronavirus or it's shut down now.
Yeah, I was like, I looked at it. I was like, I ain't doing that, man. I was like, well, who am I kidding? I even looked at the price. I was like, it's probably $30. Like, it's probably too expensive anyway. That'll be my excuse. It's like $14.99. I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing 1,000 pieces.
I mean, it's a lot easier to say no to a puzzle now that I have, a daughter, because she just takes all her toys and dump them all out, and I got to put them back where they go after the fact. The last thing I want to do after that's like doing fucking million-piece puzzle every single day. The last thing I want to do is sit down at my table. Like, first off, I don't know how everyone's dining table is fucking as clear as day. Like, do people not put shit on their table?
I guess when it's time to do a puzzle, you gotta
like
make
where
room,
where would be the first place you did your puzzle if you bought that thing? Just on the floor?
Dude, it would have been on the floor. Yeah, would have been on the floor.
But then when you finish it, what do? You can't pick it up.
I know. So, listen,
or you do it on some cardboard maybe or some shit.
Look at what I got. I did that like a week ago.
That looks like Italy too.
It is. It's Italy, and it's a mini puzzle.
Would you go to the Italian Barnes and Noble?
It's a mini wooden puzzle, and it's about that big.
Would it take you 2 seconds? How many pieces are there? 2 pieces?
It's like 20 pieces. So I put it together, and then I just was like, well, I don't know what to do with it now. It's not like taking up space, and I just left it on my table for a week until today when I was like, I'm cleaning this shit up.
That's
like,
insane.
If I have to put it back together, I can. I don't want to, but I can.
Right in the comment
20
section.
Pieces.
Anybody who's listening, what do you do with your puzzle when you're done with it? Because, okay.
People glue it. They glue it.
I get that. I get you buy a puzzle because it's therapeutic. It's nice. You get to sit down, clear your mind, put pieces together. It makes you think a little bit better. But when it's all done, even if you glue it, what do you do with it? Do you put it on your wall? Because if you want some artwork shit, you just buy some artwork.
Yeah, I think people put it on their wall. I think that's a little cheesy just because it's like a cool puzzle. How about you grow up and get like a piece of wall art?
Yeah, and like and then you got to buy a frame for it. And like, what if like it's probably not easy to put that shit into a frame?
No, definitely not. Yeah, because the glue isn't like.
That's what I'm saying. Like you're like, so you got to buy the puzzle, do the puzzle, glue the puzzle, put the shit into a frame, then put it on your wall, and like the glue's not going to be like professionally done because you're the one gluing it. So if a piece falls off or some shit, it's a wrap.
Yeah, I'm definitely out on puzzles now.
I don't get puzzles. I
think people glue it on the back too. So think about that. You have to kind of try to flip it over because you don't want it to look too glossed over in the front. So think about that. You build this puzzle, and then you gotta try to almost flip it over a little bit. Yeah, because you gotta glue the back.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get puzzles, and like I said, I don't know who's got that clean of a dining room table to do that shit on, or even on the floor. It's gonna be in your fucking way next time you gotta walk around it or some shit.
Yeah, I've tried to get creative. I almost bought a ukulele last night.
For real?
Yeah, on Amazon. I was like, don't let's not be stupid. Let's wait this out a little bit. Next week I might get a ukulele though.
I feel like
Um,
Amazon should have a "You sure, bro" button after you click like "Add to cart." Like
Dude,
who
well,
would think to buy that shit? Why that? Why not a guitar or something?
here's my reasoning. I've always thought it would be cool to learn how to play the guitar, you know? That's like a cool
Yeah,
thing. That's cool. That's a nice little
it's nice to
notch in
pull
your
out in
belt.
front of a chick if she comes to the crib. Like,
Yeah, just oh hey, like we're hanging out at a party, a little house party, and I just break out a guitar, and now we got a real party.
now
But
sell me on the ukulele, because if you pull that shit out, I'm gonna be like, that kid's a little fucking weird.
uh, really,
Yeah, if you pull that shit out, I'm gonna be like, when the fuck did he learn how to play that? And like, where's he from? Like North Dakota or some shit? Like,
so dude, I was looking at videos on YouTube, and I was like, that's easier to play than a guitar. It has to be. Like I want to learn something, but I want it to come to me quick. That's only got four strings. A guitar is way more difficult. It's gotta be. So I was like, if I could just play like I don't know, like the Jason Mraz songs and shit on there, then I'm good.
I think I'd lose a little. I think I'd lose respect for you if you like were like, yo, I learned how to play the ukulele. I'd be like, that's a little weird. No, I'm kidding. Eddie,
I could literally just walk around with it in my one hand and just play it whenever I want.
is that the one? You know Steve Martin, right?
The actor?
Like, yeah, he was like a comedian actor.
Yeah, yeah.
I think he plays the ukulele, or he either plays the ukulele or the banjo. He's like really good at one of them in one of his old sets, and like his whole shtick used to be like playing one of those things. And I don't know if I don't. It might be the
The
banjo.
banjo.
Is the banjo
It,
similar to a ukulele?
that's a good question. I think the banjo is a little deeper. Is banjo three strings? Maybe I'll do a banjo then. I'm just trying to get an easy hobby. I'm not trying to like be this genius. I
Just
know
buy
I'm
a
not
string and just fling that shit. Fling.
like I know I'm not gonna learn the guitar, like within this time period.
All I'm saying is, if you pulled
Uke,
out a ukulele,
I could do the uke. I feel like also when I see people with the uke, they got one song they play, and it's that Hawaiian like. Dun, 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 dun,
yeah.
it's like
Oh,
okay,
so
everyone can
ukulele's the
do that.
tiny shit.
Yeah.
Like if you bought a ukulele and you didn't tell anybody, and your phone got hacked, and they released a video of you playing that shit, I would be like, ooh.
See, that's what my
You might
search
not.
history consists of. That's a thing too. Like people are gonna look at some weird stuff. Like I googled a tutorial already.
I would text you and I'd be like, yo, you cool with the ukulele video being out right now? Because that shit could sort of, fuck you over a little bit.
Be a tough look.
Your
Be a
job
tough
calls you, they're like, don't come in on Monday, bro.
Yeah. It's like, just
The
play
kids are
your
gonna
uke.
roast you. Look at it this way: you teach in New York City. Would the kids roast you more if they saw you playing a ukulele or the guitar?
Oh, definitely a ukulele.
Of course, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's true. Yeah, I didn't think of that.
Let's put the
But,
ukulele in the puzzle category.
dude, I might get one. I'm not ruling it out. It's an easy guitar. That's my whole thing. Like guitar, I think I'll be overwhelmed with. Even if you give me 6 months in solitary confinement here, I think I don't know what to do.
Well, you got it right now with coronavirus. Now's the time to fucking learn how to play this shit.
Play something so I could do the uke. I think I could learn through YouTube, man. And just if I could learn the one Hawaiian song that chills and mellows everyone out at a campfire, then I'm good.
Yeah, but then what if you show up to a fucking party and someone else is playing the ukulele with the Hawaiian song? And it's like you put all that work in, and
Well,
someone
yeah,
else got it.
we're
I would learn a different song.
That's true. I mean, I don't know how many songs the uke can play.
Yeah, there's probably only one song for the ukulele.
I can't play like AC/DC songs on the ukulele.
I got two more things I want to ask you, sports related. What did you think of Brady to the Bucks?
That was shocking. It
Right.
was shocking to me.
Right. First off, did you think he was leaving like before any of this all came out?
So I guess the shocking part was him leaving.
Yeah.
At once he made that announcement that he was leaving the Pats, I was like, all right, well, there's only so many teams. I think it was like Bucks, Jacksonville,
Chargers maybe were on
yeah,
there, right?
Chargers, and that's it. So it's like
And
didn't
Tennessee, I
shock me.
think, was on there for a little bit with Vrabel.
Right, for like a hot minute.
Yep.
So and then they signed Tannehill
Yep.
though,
Hmm.
quick. So that didn't shock me going to the Bucks at all. But the fact that he left the Pats, that was
More shocking
crazy.
to you?
Absolutely, I did not. I thought there was no chance. I laughed at every rumor when they were like, "There's a real chance." When they were on First Take last week, there's a real chance that he leaves. It's like, dude, you're just trying to drum this up for media, and
Yeah.
no, it's not happening. And it happened.
Yeah, I agree with you. I was I was shocked one that he left the Bucks because, like you said in the beginning, when they were saying like, is he gonna, like, could Tom Brady leave? I was like, stop. You know, like he posted that Hulu photo like a while back of him in the tunnel, like very cryptically, almost like he was like retiring or like he was leaving, and people were like, what the hell was that? And then we found out it was just the Hulu commercial, and then he said he wasn't going back, and my first like thought was like, he's either going to Las Vegas, which is just a brand new team. It's Las Vegas. The shit is glamorous. You know, there was rumors that he bought a house there. The facilities are probably ridiculous. You know, it's Vegas, you know, and it's Raiders, or Los Angeles, you know, and it was perfect because Rivers was leaving. It's Los Angeles. They're in a brand new stadium. His wife's a supermodel. He's doing movies and shit. Similar like the Kobe route. You know, you're a celebrity. You're going to go to L.A. I was so surprised that, like, he chose Tampa Bay. Like, no disrespect to Tampa Bay. My boy actually works for the Bucks. It doesn't happen, you know, like with, like, they happened back in the day. Joe Montana went to Kansas City. But, like, a super duper duper star like Tom Brady, like, Tampa Bay's got 4 media members probably, and it's Tampa Bay. Like, it's just gonna be so weird to see Tom Brady playing for the Bucks, you know?
He looks good in that uniform though.
He does, and it works. Like TB,
Dude.
Tampa Bay, like
Yeah,
Tom Brady.
Man, he looks good. They photoshopped that. I was
Yeah.
like, damn, man, like that is the move. I don't know if he would have looked better in another uniform.
He's gonna have it tough though. I mean, he's got to face Breeze twice, Teddy Bridgewater, right, and Matt Ryan.
Yeah,
That's 6 games right there. And Atlanta just got Todd Gurley.
yeah. I don't think Tampa Bay's done either. I feel like maybe they'll be in the running for Melvin Gordon or someone.
No, Gordon went to Denver already.
Did he?
Yeah,
And Gurley went to
ATL.
That hurts. I mean, they have a good team though.
They still got Julio Jones, and, like, you know, Matt Ryan is still a beast, you know?
Yeah, they do. They do. I mean, Tampa Bay has some legit receivers now. No, with Godwin.
Yeah.
He just from
And who's the other guy?
halfway through the season. As soon as Mike Evans got hurt too, he really stepped up, and I was like, I think they almost maybe have 2 number ones.
It's weird. It just seemed like a weird pick, because I get Bruce Arians is a cool coach, you know,
Yeah.
but Tom Brady isn't like an air it out quarterback. He's like a Duncan Ditch or whatever you call that shit type of quarterback, and then occasionally he'll throw a 40-yard bomb.
Arians will let him throw 50 times a game too, which is weird. And I don't know if Brady's
built for that anymore.
Down to do that. Yeah. I mean, they got a good tight end too, though, with O.J. Howard.
Yeah, and the thing is, I think, who knows what the other teams were offering him, but he got $50 million guaranteed plus $9 million in incentives if he hits him. And, you know, it's just funny to me that the storylines are so drastic, and I don't know if it's like a white-black thing or if it's like just how the media portrays athletes, but, like, when LeBron goes to L.A., all the storylines are like he's got to fill Kobe's shoes, and, like, it's all sort of negative. But Tom Brady goes to Tampa Bay, and all the storylines were like he had no demands. He didn't ask for AB to go there, control the offense. You know, all he wanted was his team's cell phone numbers. And I was like, it's just fucked up how sometimes some articles, you know, are in such a positive light and the others are in negative light. Like, they're doing Cam Newton sort of dirty.
Yeah, I almost feel bad for Cam a little bit because he's just getting pushed off to the side. I'm like, I don't know how much better you get at replacing Cam Newton with Teddy Bridgewater. I'm not
Yeah,
sure, man. Like, I don't know if that does much for me.
I
And I
think
think Cam is good. I think Cam is real good.
if Ron Rivera is smart and if they had a great relationship, I think if he goes to Washington, like watch out because I think Ron Rivera and Cam make a good duo. It's on some like Belichick Brady minor league shit. Um, I think Washington could be all right.
I agree with that. I actually like that for him.
Yep.
I really do. I think that, they have a lot of other holes to fill, but Cam was good, man. Can't I like
And he
all right.
offers good money for first class seats.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, granted could have been a little more, but that guy,
Maybe they took that into account when they didn't want to re-sign him, is that his legs are starting to get a little bit more cramped because he did have to sit and coach for that whole flight.
sitting in coach. He had a rough year. You think about it. That random business too is like, nah, man, go to the back. I'm
Yeah, that
good.
dude was such a G. Like,
Yeah, yo, keep your money, man. I'm good.
I respect that
Like,
guy so much.
come on, man. Yeah, he
Ah,
had a rough year. He really did.
yeah.
Jeez. And he was hurt, banged up a lot, and they didn't really show that they missed him too much either when he was gone. It's like,
No.
damn.
And
But
and they I think they put on Instagram like we're giving permission for Cam to seek a trade or something, and then he commented like you guys are funny, like I never asked for a trade or some shit. So they try to portray him in the bad light, but in reality it was them like sort of, shitting on him. But I think
yeah,
I think he ran his course there. It's going to be a good change of scenery for him.
I was gonna say time is up with him. Same with Jameis.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's time to move on a little bit.
So are we sold? So Brady's out of the AFC East, which is good for us as Jets fans, but Belichick's gonna maybe he gets fucking Jameis and turns him into like Brady 2.0. Like he's gonna get somebody there that's gonna be just as good as Brady was.
Yeah. Like, what would stop them? Obviously, other than money and not willing to spend, but what would stop them really from if they wanted Cam Newton to get Cam Newton?
I know. Or yeah, or like they could draft anybody and turn him into a good like Jacoby Brissett. They were saying maybe goes back to the New England or something like that.
He might actually.
You know what I'm saying? Like they do that type of shit where they'll bring like they brought back the ball guy who was with Houston.
Was it Castle?
No, not Castle. He just backed up Brady this year.
He just got released.
Oh, did he?
He just got released.
I'll think of it when we get off air.
Hoyt.
But what was
Hoyt.
it?
Brian Hoyt?
No, was it Hoyt?
Hoyer? Brian Hoyer?
Hoyer.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was backed up, but like he was. I think he was good when he was on the Patriots when he filled in for a couple games. Went to Houston.
Got rid of him. Yep.
Yeah, and then they brought him back, and he was a solid backup. So like any quarterback there in the Patriots is going to be fine. The Bills look like they're fucking stacking up.
I know. That's the thing too. Like, we see Brady leave as Jets fans, and then we get excited. Like, all right, it's our time now. But we haven't done much. I did like that we did get, we shored up the offensive line a little bit, but we did miss out on the first 2 or 3 guys that we wanted.
Yeah,
like including like the first 2 linemen that we wanted. We missed them.
Fucking Cam Newton go to like Miami or some shit,
Yeah, well, they need a quarterback too.
Yeah, because they're talking about like drafting like Tua or something like that, but he'll be out for a little bit
too. So,
all right, let me ask you this to finish up. What sport would you want to see back first? I think I know the answer.
Yeah, for me, baseball.
Yeah.
I would be hyped as hell if the NBA did the Spencer Dinwiddie's idea. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah, what was that again?
It was pretty much like a 16 team, like the 8 best from the East, 8 best from the West, 16 team round robin tournament. I guess, or maybe it was even double elimination. It was almost like NCAA style.
Yeah.
And neutral location, so no one's traveling
Yeah.
around too crazy, and that's who gets the ship. And I think they contacted him about it
Yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah.
Dude, if they did that in June or July and they came back with that, I'll be so in on that.
Yeah,
I'll
I
be
agree
so
with you.
in.
I think everything should be on the table now. Like this is sort of just like like
Yeah,
a this is just a throwout year. Like try anything year with this. Like this is
I agree.
nothing's
Yeah,
ever been seen like this before.
with sports too. I was like, even with MLB, you could, you know what? You're gonna miss some games. If you want to play more games, add one more game a week, right?
Hmm.
And make it 40-man schedules the whole, or 40-man rosters the whole year
Yeah,
instead of 25, 26
just now's your
that
time
you're
to get
doing.
weird. Like
40-man, yeah, 40-man. All those minor leaguers that aren't getting paid anything or aren't getting paid much now. Maybe a few of them get brought up and they're on the major league roster the whole year. You're not burning guys out through injury.
I totally agree. Like there's
Now's the
so much.
time.
It makes so much sense, and it makes so much sense. Like even if they did like a 30, I don't know how many teams are in the NBA, 30 or some shit like that.
Something like that.
But like, do a March Madness style tournament for every single team, like where the Knicks could win the championship this year. You know, like
how crazy would that be?
that's what
Now,
I'm saying.
Yo, would you count that as a real championship?
Hell
though?
yeah, it would be like hell.
Would you?
Hell yeah, if they like went on some crazy run and it was like a
It's not
16
an
team.
asterisk?
No shot. No, it'd be actually cooler than winning a fucking NBA championship because they like
Oh man,
that's
Dude.
so like get like Pepsi or get Walmart or someone who's not struggling during this coronavirus and get them to pay like $1 billion to be like the corporate sponsor for this NBA tournament shit. Have every team in there and have like if the Knicks went on a run and like KD comes back coronavirus free and he's playing in the tournament. Steph Warriors are like at full health. It would be so dope if like the Knicks went on a run and like won the tournament, you know?
It would be cool because there's so many stars now that are out that have a chance
Yeah.
to, to come back and actually help their team.
Yeah.
Now, what if you had this? We also always talk about, we talked about all this whole basketball season, how there's certain guys like Jamal Crawford, J.R. Smith. There's a lot of talent out there that never got signed at all, ever.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what if you make it a 31-team tournament and they got to play a play-in game against 31 against the 30 seed? So, like, the Knicks could be like if they're the 30 seed, they could play this team that is J.R. Smith, that's Jamal Crawford.
Nate Robinson or some shit.
Yeah. Like, who else do we got, dude?
Yeah, there's a lot of people on the
There's
sidelines.
more guys out there. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a ton this year, especially for whatever reason. There's some serious talent that just isn't playing. I think that would be awesome. Let's do it all then. Let's do it all.
That's what, like it should just be all on the table right now, and like that would be amazing if there was like if they needed an extra team. But I don't know. I like ideas. I just don't see that one happening because like if it's an NBA tournament. They're not just going to be like, all right, let's get JR, Nate, and fucking build out this team of like guys that have just been sitting on their ass.
When you name your team the Ballers in NBA Street or something,
Yeah.
I'm sure it like definitely goes against whatever contract legalities or something they have.
But they should do a fucking March Madness style tournament of all like
agree
100%. Don't come back and do playoffs like because I don't even remember what the standings are and teams are so far like. They're going to be so rested and, like, it's not going to – a number 2 seed versus a number 7 seed right now has no bearings of what it was before coronavirus, because the 7 seed could have been going on a run. The Grizzlies won 4 in a row maybe.
Yeah.
Now it's like they're a young team again. Like, so start fresh, full tournament. Maybe you do, one game each and whatever. If you've been ready, you're ready. If not, fuck off.
Yo, I would love that. I think we are owed something as fans and just people in general. In the dog days of summer, you just got baseball sometimes, man. If you have something crazy like this in mid-June or July or whenever they think they're going to get this going after all this ends, this could be an awesome summer.
I'm going to be tight if they do some
This
regular
could be an
shit.
amazing sports summer.
Oh, it's going to be ridiculous when it all starts back up.
It could get real crazy real quick, and I think they do need to do something like that.
it sort of hurts like the TBT tournament. It's going to hurt the XFL a little bit because once they come back, it's going to be like, nah, we're good. Like NFL's back, NBA's back.
Got our guys
yeah,
back.
I think what's Ice Cube shit? The Big Three?
The Big Three, yeah.
Those types of leagues, like the XFL, Big Three, they can get a little more weird with what they want to do. I just hope, the NBA and like NFL or MLB understands it's like you have a free card right now to try some weird shit. Like have Lisa Ann commentate the fucking NBA finals, have you come out and play the ukulele.
Starter sit. Oh man.
Have Big Show banging chicks, Jamal Murray style.
Eating ice cream. Yo, what's his name? Ice Cube. Ice Cube. I don't. This is probably not allowed either. But if the NBA decides not to, they just decide to have this regular playoffs schedule. What Ice Cube could be like? Yo, everyone from all those teams that didn't make the playoffs, let's have a Big Three tournament, man.
You're thinking too crazy. There's going to be no crossover. Although the XFL did say, I think they're working something out with the NFL where like the NFL can sign guys from the XFL supposedly or some shit like that.
Yeah, it should be like a feeder league or something. That would make sense, like a little minor league developmental thing.
Yeah, you're going to see. I mean, you see through the NFL season all the time when all these quarterbacks going down, like every week when we would say, is Kaepernick going to get signed now because they're signing like fucking grocery store cashiers, man. There's going to be like that. There's like some Hawaiian guy in the XFL right now who is sort of doing well. He was on like St. Louis. He'll get a shot in the NFL. Like there's always quarterbacks that need to get a shot. And shout out to my guy Justin Jackson's going to get a shot now because Melvin's out. So it's like it's going to be Eckler and Justin to really like go off. And they just need to get a quarterback.
They need a quarterback now too.
Rivers isn't going to do shit on Indianapolis.
You don't think so? I don't think. He got paid for 1 year.
Yeah, he got paid, but what is he gonna do? Like they're not gonna win some shit.
It's a weird move because Jacoby wasn't bad,
yeah,
and then they signed Rivers for 1 year, so they're just gonna shelve Jacoby for a year or let him go.
Yeah, they were saying like he got injured, which threw him off a little bit, but he had beaten like Kansas City and like was actually showing like a little bit of promise, and then the Rivers signing was a weird one because 1 year as a Phillip Rivers to learn your system, and like it's not on some Peyton Manning shit where he can come in and just win a Super Bowl, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Anything else you got? Have you done your 10 push-ups yet? Has anybody challenged you?
I've been nominated. I'm not doing that. Not on camera.
I think I did 5.
The drinks too. I'm not drinking. No, I'm not drinking for you on camera. I'm not doing push-ups.
Too many challenges. There's a sneaker challenge I got tagged in. I have to show a pair of my sneakers. There's push-up challenge. There's drinking challenge. There's the female challenge where you tag a picture of just yourself and the caption's like, "Don't be offended if I didn't choose you." It's like you just want to show off a nice selfie of yourself. Like stop with these challenges to just show off a fucking another picture of yourself.
Dude, I'd rather play the ukulele every single day of the week than do any of those challenges.
I'm going to start the ukulele challenge and tag you in that shit, so you got to post something.
I'll do it. I'll play my finest song.
Oh, ask Matt what you want him to learn on the ukulele. Eldon, if you got a song, Matt's going to learn it for you.
I want to know what the people think because this is, hearing your opinion, that's the first time I've heard a negative response towards my ukulele, so... It's still in my cart. It's still on my cart. And the price dropped down like 22 cents also.
Leave it there. Roast session under the comments for Matt on the ukulele. Let us know if you have any topics, if there's sports you're missing or topics you want us to talk about. Let us know. Sports Buffet is back. We'll be back next week. Matt, thank you very much. Enjoy your quarantine.
Live sports next week. We'll play something on here.
We'll play something?
I don't know if that's possible, but I saw the field in the background.
Oh, yeah, man. I said on Twitter, it costs a lot of money to put these lights on every week, so we got to fucking figure something out. And somebody already said the fans look like they're not sitting social distancing enough apart.
No, they're on top of each other, man.
No, but there's actually nobody in the stands right there. I think there's just covers over the seats. I did that to quarantine the stadium.
I think that's just bad art.
We are paying our utility staff their full salary. All the weeks that we were off, everybody is getting paid that works at the arena.
Concessions.
Yep, concession man, hot dog man. That's something that ownership made the decision. But yeah, it's just the lighting that costs a lot of money to put on every week.
I love it. Love it.
Matt, thank you, bro.
All right, man. I'll talk to you.
All right, peace.